My name is Rhonda. It may seem like I'm just relaxing at home, but actually I'm a fashion designer for wedding dresses. I used to work in an office, but after I had children, I started working from home to balance work and childcare. The only downside is that wedding dresses take up a lot of space, so the second floor of our house has now completely become my work and closet space.
Mommy, I'm going to school now.
Okay, have fun, Lisa. You got your lunch?
Yep.
Lisa is already in first grade. She used to be pretty wild until preschool, but she was so smart, and she's such a good kid now. Children grow up so fast, don't they? See you later too, honey.
Yeah, see ya. Oh, by the way, I'll be going on a business trip this weekend, so I won't be home, alright?
My husband Tommy was a salesman with overseas clients, so he was often away from home. It was lonely at times, of course, but when he was home, he took good care of us. And he was understanding about my work at home, too. I'm really glad that I married him. Hello?
Oh, Rhonda, it's me, Mina. I'm leaving my kid with you this weekend, okay?
Mina, how many times do I have to tell you? My house isn't a daycare, so I can't look after your kid.
Yeah, whatever. You say you work from home, but you just lie around all day on your ass, right? Make some use of yourself. Some of us have real jobs.
This lady who was calling was one of the mothers that I met in the PTA named Mina. I don't know what she heard, but she thinks that I just say I work from home and actually have nothing to do, and she always tries to leave her kid with me. I usually don't think much of these phone calls, but I had a bad feeling this time. Saturday morning. I woke up to the doorbell ringing like crazy and found out that my bad feelings had become a reality. Oh, you're Sally, Mina's daughter, right? What is it, dear?
Mom told me to stay at Lisa's house today.
Huh? I immediately called Mina up, but the call went straight to her answering machine. Did she really leave Sally with me and go on vacation? I was just standing there wondering what to do, as Sally slipped past me and helped herself in. Hey, wait, Sally! Sally went straight to the kitchen, grabbed my favorite mug, and poured herself a drink, which she carried over to the living room couch and started eating the snacks on the table as she turned on the television. What is wrong with this child?
Mommy, what is it?
Lisa heard the commotion and came to see what was going on. I noticed she seemed nervous as soon as she saw Sally. Apparently, Sally didn't have a really good reputation at school. Hey, Sally, do you know your father's phone number? I need to talk to him.
No!
I must have touched on something sensitive because Sally started yelling and throwing a fit. She started knocking everything over around her. I couldn't stop her and was panicking when Lisa brought a doll from her room and handed it to her.
Hey, Sally, let's play. Yeah!
What a nice move. Sally seemed a little on edge still, but Lisa calmed her down with her dolls. Thank you, Lisa. Just because she was calm for now didn't mean I was safe forever. I had to keep her away from my closet on the second floor at all costs. So I ran upstairs and locked the door to my storage room and put the keys in my pocket. I had to watch Sally all day that day, so I couldn't work at all. That evening. All right, guys, dinner's ready.
I hate this.
What? You told me a minute ago that you could... Okay, what can you eat then?
I want snacks.
That's not good for you. You'll have to eat some real food, too.
I said snacks.
I had made some of Sally's favorite dishes for dinner, but she rejected it all. Not only that, but she threw a fit again and flipped Lisa's and my plate over as well. This pushed Lisa over the edge, and she started bawling too. Lisa and I ended up eating instant noodles for dinner, and Sally just ate snacks. Oh, how can you raise a child to be this spoiled? Sally didn't know how to wash her own hair, and barely ever brushed her teeth, and had cavities everywhere. She continued to watch TV and play on my smartphone all throughout the night, and just kind of passed out around 3 a.m. It was so late, but it was the only time I had, so I went upstairs to my closet and started finishing up on the dress that I was going to turn into the competition on Monday. I worked all night and didn't have the energy to carry myself back to my bedroom, and just passed out on my sewing table in my dressing room.
Wow!
Huh? I woke up the next morning to loud noises, and I was shocked at what I saw. The mannequins that were wearing wedding dresses were knocked over and messed up, and standing in the middle of this tragedy was Sally, wearing an oversized wedding dress and jumping in joy. Lisa must have been trying to stop her because she was on the floor crying next to Sally.
Hey, Sally, that's a dress I made for work. Take it off now.
No! I tried everything to stop her, but she went crazy again and destroyed my wedding dress.
Oh no, the custom handmade wedding dress was getting torn to shreds, and I crumbled as I watched my masterpiece get destroyed.
Each dress was worth thousands of dollars, and countless numbers of them were wrecked. I immediately started calling Mina again. She didn't have her phone off this time, and after I rang her a million times, she finally picked up.
Hey, stop being so annoying, will you? Sally, she destroyed a bunch of my dresses for work. I can't handle her. You need to come get her right away, and you owe me money for all of this.
Whatever, I'll be there to get her tonight, and screw your dresses. They're probably like cheap $50 dresses anyway, right? Deal with it later. Is this really going to last until the evening? My mind went blank. I just held Lisa in my arms and called my husband. After hearing me out, Tommy called me down.
Calm down. Leave this up to me. I'll be home tonight, so just keep Lisa safe somewhere.
That evening, Mina showed up before Tommy got back. It was quite obvious that she had just gone on vacation to somewhere sunny, and she didn't even have the decency to bring a gift.
What the hell are you wearing? Aren't I pretty, Mommy? That rag is so ugly. Get it off.
No!
Whatever, fine. Let's go. Wait, Mina, you owe me for that dress that Sally is wearing right now and all the others that she messed up.
Huh? Stop overreacting to what a kid did. These things are cheap anyways, right?
Wrong. These are custom-made wedding dresses that I made for my company. She ruined tens of thousands of dollars worth of clothing.
What? Stop trying to scam me! Oh, whatever, let's go, Sally. Just as Mina was trying to walk out with Sally, the front door opened and Tommy walked in with another man by his side.
Mina, Sally, what are you doing at this lady's house?
Mike? What are you doing here?
Tom is on the board of one of the companies that my company does business with.
Oh, I didn't know. You should have told me earlier.
Mina, you told me that you were going to visit your parents with Sally this weekend. So why then did you leave Sally with Rhonda? Where were you the entire time?
Tommy told me later that Mina's husband Mike was also on the board of one of the companies that Tommy's company did business with. The business trip that he was on this time was to check the site of their next joint project overseas. Mike had been suspicious of Mina for a while now and had been voicing his concerns to Tommy when they found out about what happened. Mike made Mina sign a contract to pay me back for damages and made her apologize to me before taking Mina and Sally and going home. He planned to investigate thoroughly about what Mina was up to this past weekend. The following day, I called my company and explained what happened. They did give me a strict warning, but I was able to keep my job. My boss told me that she would give me a special paid leave so I could concentrate on suing Mina for damages. We calculated the cost of damages for the dresses according to official prices and charged Mina through my lawyer. Mina called me many times every day to complain about the price, which had come out to over $100,000, until one day, all of her calls just completely stopped. I wondered what happened, and according to some other mom friends, it seems like Mina was cheating on Mike and would leave Sally at people's houses every time she was going out with her boyfriend. Mike found out about it and filed for divorce. Mina lost custody of Sally and was sued for alimony from her boyfriend's wife as well. So, the money she owes now is way over her head. Mike charged her alimony too, and Mina currently lives with her parents, as she does anything to get money, like night work, physical labor, and any other part-time job she can get. However, everyone in town has heard rumors about her affair, and wherever she goes, the workers and customers make fun of her and call her dirty names. As for us, after what happened with Sally, everyone at school found out that I was a designer for wedding dresses, and everyone started referring their family and relatives to me to make dresses for them. Word of mouth spread, and next month, a local TV show is going to introduce me and my business. Who knows? Maybe I'll become a big name and go independent. My name is Hannah. I'm a housewife and I recently had my first child. It's a lot of work doing everything on my own during the day, but I love my baby. And my husband Nate helps out whenever he can, like on the weekends. So we're managing. About 6 months after I gave birth, our new house was complete, and we were finally able to move into our dream home.
But about 2 weeks in, my mother-in-law Karen moved in without even asking for permission. Karen used to live with my brother-in-law and his wife, but I guess they didn't get along and she left their house. Even Nate was extremely mad at his mother for coming without any notice in advance.
Why are you here? Go back to Chris's place.
I can't live with his devilish wife. She always tells me to clean the house. That crazy girl is looking to work me to death if I continue to live there. Plus, you'll need help raising Jordan too, right? You'll need the extra hands. I'll help Hannah out, so please, let me stay with you guys. We contacted Nate's brother, and he seemed fed up with his own mother and didn't want to take her back in. We figured that if she actually did help out with the baby, I could get more time to relax. So, after I talked it over with Nate, we decided to let her stay. Until one of the city-managed apartment rooms opened up. Karen, however, only helped out with Jordan at the beginning. She gradually started getting lazy, and in no time, she would just keep napping as Jordan cried in his baby bed. That alone wouldn't have been the end of the world, but... Karen, I've told you many times to please clean your room. Don't just leave these boxes piled up. I know. Shut up. I told you I'll do it, all right? When are you going to do it? These boxes look like they're ready to fall over at any time now. Jordan could get hurt, you know? Karen didn't know how to clean or stay organized at all. She would grab her washed clothes and just pile them on the floor. Her room was filled with empty bags and trash from her snacks. She never cleaned her sheets either. One time, one of her boxes were leaking something weird and I had to clean it up. Taking care of a baby was enough trouble. Why do I have to take care of Karen too?
Mom, please, you have to clean up. This is a brand new house. I can't stand that it's this dirty already.
Please at least throw away your trash after you eat, and stop leaving your half-empty drinks everywhere. Shut up! Why don't you guys do it then? I'm perfectly comfortable just like this. I couldn't stand the dump that she had created, so I cleaned it. Ah, not bad! Karen seemed pleased about it, but I didn't have much free time. I had to go take care of Jordan, go shopping for daily life, do other housework, go to the doctor for checkups and vaccines, and so on. It was enough work for me just to keep the kitchen and living room clean. I didn't have time to take care of Karen. That would turn her room a mess if I looked away for a second. I was getting pretty annoyed with her. You need to help clean! I yelled at her a couple times, but whenever I'd yell, Jordan would start crying, so I could never fully get my point across. Sometimes it was just easier to do it myself. Eventually, I would just pick up after her without saying anything. She must have gotten the impression that I was her maid or something, because she gradually started escalating. Her malfeasance was even directed towards my baby. Jordan, try this, it's yummy. Hey, wait! Stop trying to feed him something you already put in your mouth! He'll get cavities! I rushed over and picked my boy up. Karen just looked upset as she grunted and turned away. Cavities, how rude! Back in my days, parents would chew up food for their children. I was trying to help out, and you treat me like this? Times have changed, Karen. It's common sense not to feed babies things that have touched your lips these days. Not only can he get cavities, but he might catch a cold, too. Blah, blah, blah. He's gonna be weak if you raise him like that. Back in my days, we ate things off the ground. That's how you build character. After this incident, I had to start watching Jordan and Karen 24/7. Karen didn't care that I was watching, though. She would try to give Jordan snacks with honey and kiss him all over his face. Nate warned his mother many times and went out of his way to search for open rooms in the city-run apartment complexes, too. Any room would do at this point, but every time he would find a viable option and try to arrange a room, I would never live there! Karen would call and cancel it.
Enough, Mom! You want to just live in the park or something then? I'm about to die from the stress of having you around here!
Oh, how dare you! That's no way to speak to your mother! You terrible son! Don't you feel bad for Grandma Jordan? Ah! What? Huh? Nate snapped and shoved his mother out of the house and locked the door. But Karen was a cunning woman. She had run into the police department and came back to the house with an officer.
A man's got to take care of his mother, all right, son?
The officer scolded him, and Nate dropped his shoulders in defeat.
I'm sorry I'm not doing enough.
I know how hard you've been trying for us, Nate. The enemy is just too strong. So Karen was here to stay. I was so tired of arguing with her, so I just kept silently cleaning up after her as I tried to keep Jordan safe. Thankfully, Jordan never got used to Karen. It was strongly attached to me, so that made it a little easier. 3 months passed like that, and it was Jordan's first birthday. I called everyone over for you. Let's celebrate! Huh? What do you mean, everyone? All of our relatives. 10 of them are coming, so good luck with the preparations, okay? What?
What the hell? How dare you do something so selfish?
Nate scolded my mother, but a light bulb went off in my head. Wait, maybe this is a big chance for us. When I explained my plan to Nate, he was willing to take the chance with me. And so, the day of the birthday party arrived. I decorated the living room all nice and pretty and made a bunch of dishes from early in the morning. All of our relatives were impressed and excited for Jordan. But Karen stood amongst them looking nervous.
Sorry, can I hang my coat up somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and use Mom's room.
No, don't go in there. Ah!
The moment that Nate's uncle opened the door, a tremendous amount of trash poured out of the room, along with crumpled up clothes, mysterious tissue, banana peels wrapped in newspapers, and so on. Yes, it was me. I had collected Karen's trash over the past 2 weeks and put it all back into her room that morning. Empty bags, half-eaten slices of bread, plastic bottles with who knows what inside, unread magazines, worn-out clothes, pretty much anything you could think of just started tumbling out, and all of our relatives stood there and stared in awe.
What the hell happened here?
This is, Hannah did it. She's bullying me.
I'm bullying you. Think again. This is all of your trash, Karen. It belongs to you, so I just put it back where it belongs. Do you remember how many times I told you to clean up after yourself?
Yeah, look. Even those boxes that you brought over when you moved in are still there. We're fed up, Mom. We are done taking care of you. Hey, Uncle Ben. You had that shed by your house that you don't use anymore, right? Can you put Mom there? At this rate, Jordan's health is at risk and...
What the hell are you saying? I can't live in that broken down shed. That's no place for a human to live.
Well, if you keep living with us, this house will no longer be a place for humans to live either, Karen. You've messed it up enough. This was a brand new house.
Oh, how dare you speak to me like that? You're just leeching off of my son.
Karen got red with anger and raised her fist and charged at me. But she bumped into a box and things came crashing down on her. The box opened up and a bunch of posters from some singer came out. Oh no! Stop! Jordan! Along with the posters, some pins fell out and Jordan was crawling towards them. I ran over and picked him up with a pale face. Oh, thank God you're okay.
That's enough, Mom! With you around, Jordan is going to get hurt sooner or later. And with how dirty you are, Jordan might get sick. If that happens, I'll never be able to forgive myself.
Oh, you're treating me like some sort of villain now! I came over here to help you and Hannah out, and...
Are you kidding me? All you've done is cause trouble. Please, get out of here. I couldn't hold my tears back any longer and started bawling, and Uncle Ben slowly walked in front of me.
Nate, Hannah, it must have been hard for you two. I'll take this one with me, so you guys live in your nice new house with the three of you.
Hey, don't decide that for me. No way. I don't want to go to that crappy village. There's nothing to...
Well, I don't want to continue living with you either. No way. Get out of my life. I'm cutting ties with you.
Her son's claims to cut ties with her must have been a big shock to her. Karen just crumbled to her knees and kept mumbling something under her breath. After the birthday party, Nate's uncle took Karen and left. It was easy to pack her things because she barely unpacked any of it in the first place. According to Nate, Karen now lives in a rundown shed without electricity and has been told that she needs to work for her food. So she does farm work and lives a hard life now. It was a shed that they were planning on taking down anyways, so she was free to make it as messy as she wanted. A perfect house for someone like her, right? I heard it's filled with rodents and bugs.
I can't live like this.
I heard Karen complains about it, but she's definitely not coming back here, that's for sure. We had professional cleaners come in and clean the room that Karen was living in, so it's as good as new now. Of course, we deducted the cleaning fees from Karen's savings. Finally, I'm living in a clean home with Nate and Jordan happily ever after. That's the last time I'm ever letting anyone else live with us. My name's Amanda. I'm 28. Many of my friends are already married, but I've never even had a boyfriend in my life. Oh man, I wish I could get married too, but with these looks... I'm going to a matchmaking party in a few days to try my luck, but I'm not too optimistic about it. Why is it so hard to find a boyfriend?
You're so ugly, Amanda.
Yeah, seriously. I can't believe you're my daughter. I mean, look how beautiful your sister is compared to you.
My mother is a beautiful woman. My older sister is also beautiful like her. I'm the only ugly girl in my family. Maybe I'm actually not my mother's child. These two have always made fun of me.
Mom, I want this dress.
Of course, Katie. It would look wonderful on you.
Mom, I want a dress like that too. You're ugly, Amanda. You don't need a dress. You're mean, Katie.
Your sister's right. What a waste of money. Just wear some sweats, Amanda.
But I want to dress up too.
You can have Katie's hand-me-downs. Stop complaining.
My mother loved Katie because she looked like her and was pretty. My father was all over her too. They would buy anything for her, but they never spent an extra dime on me. I would just get secondhand sweatpants and sweatshirts handed down from Katie, but I was bigger than her, so they were always tight. It was so embarrassing. My friends used to make fun of me for it. Oh, I want some brand new cute clothes too.
Why did I even have you? I should have stopped with Katie. What a big mistake.
Is it too late to give her up for adoption? Is there a time limit for that?
Yeah, who needs her in the house? Get out of here. Just go.
Am I really that much of a nuisance around here? My family treated me like garbage. It was such a hard life. It's a living hell knowing that no one around you needs you. But miracles do happen, even to people like me. I met someone who was interested in me at the matchmaking party. It was unbelievable.
I'd like to have a serious relationship with you, with marriage in mind.
Are you sure? But I'm so ugly.
That's not true at all. Don't say that about yourself. And besides, it's not your looks, but your kind heart that I'm attracted to.
No one has ever said anything so nice to me. I was so happy. Things were going smoothly, so maybe this was finally my chance to get married. These were the best days of my life. One such day, my mother called me out of the blue. I wonder what it could be.
Hey, Amanda, how have you been?
Good. What's up?
I was just worried about you. I hope you aren't drinking too much.
Oh, thanks. Don't worry about that. I can't drink at all.
Good. Take good care of your body, all right?
It had been a while since I talked to her, but my mother was very nice to me. Maybe some time apart was all it took. Maybe she'll be happy for me if I tell her about my boyfriend, too. Well, actually, I have a boyfriend now. We're in a serious relationship.
Oh, how nice! I'd like to hear more about him and see your face, too. Why don't you stop by this weekend, dear?
I hadn't seen my family for a while, so I decided to go home like my mother requested. I wonder how everyone's doing.
I'm home! Oh, it's so nice to see you, Amanda. I've prepared something nice for us.
Welcome home, Amanda!
Oh, where's Katie?
Oh, she's not feeling well, so she's resting in her room right now.
It was unusual that my sister was sick. I'd never even seen her catch a cold, but oh well, it just proves she's human too.
Try this fried chicken, Amanda. It's great!
Yeah, and this sashimi too. It's your favorite, right? I went all the way to the fish markets this morning to get it fresh.
My mother and father treated me so well. I felt like they were totally different people even. It was the first time in my life I actually felt that it was nice to have a family. Then Katie came out of her room. Hey, Amanda. Oh, hey, Katie. I heard you weren't feeling well. You okay?
Well, that's what we wanted to talk to you about today.
Huh?
Well, the thing is, Katie's kidneys are failing.
Oh, that's so sad, right? Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew you'd understand. So you need to give her one of your kidneys. I wish it was you and not Katie that got sick.
Wait, that's such sudden news. I can't answer that right now. Give me some time to think about it.
What? What do you think this feast was for? It's just a kidney or two, no big deal. I mean, even if you die when they're removing your kidney, your life is worth nothing compared to Katie's, so you should be honored right now.
Huh? What?
Finally, I understand why I had you. This was your purpose.
If I die, there are so many people who would be devastated. But no one will miss you, right, Amanda? Nothing to fear.
You understand, don't you? Don't worry. If something goes wrong, we'll pay for a proper burial. Separate from our grave, of course.
No time to waste. Let's go to the hospital right now. Is this some sick joke? This is my life we're talking about right now. And here I was, so happy to see you guys again. Hey, wait! Where do you think you're going, Amanda? We're not finished!
I ran out of the house.
Can you believe that? My own family doesn't even care if I die. And did my mother just tell me my life was nothing compared to Katie's? What a crazy thing to say, right?
But my family obviously didn't give up there. They started sending me threatening phone calls, text messages, and letters almost every day.
You better not run. If it comes down to it, we will take your life if we have to.
If Katie dies because of you, we'll get our revenge no matter the cost!
If you won't give me your kidney, I'll send my friends after you, Amanda.
These are some of the lighter threats. Many of them were much worse. I gradually started going crazy until finally... Huh? What's this? There was a doll that was all cut up with my picture taped onto it in my mailbox. That day, my boyfriend Tyler came over to my apartment room.
You seem kind of out of it lately. Are you okay, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Huh? What's this letter? And this doll?
Those are...
Tyler found the letter and the doll. I had kept the whole thing a secret from him because I didn't want to worry him, but...
Hold on. This letter and this doll? What the hell? This is terrible! Wait, is this why you've been depressed recently?
Yeah,
Why didn't you say anything?
I didn't want to burden you with my family.
Come on, we're planning on getting married someday, right? Of course you can tell me anything.
I'm sorry. Well, here's what's going on. I told Tyler everything. How my sister's kidney was failing and how my family was trying to force me to give mine to her.
They won't get away with this. Let's get them back.
Huh? Like revenge? I did as Tyler told me and called my mother and went to visit my family with him that Sunday. I'm home. Finally, you're ready to give up your kidney. All right, come in. Who's that? Your boyfriend? Whatever, you can come in too.
Okay then. What took you so long?
Yeah, I was about to call my friends soon.
I'm here to tell you all something.
Yeah, we know you're here to tell us that you're ready to give us your kidney, right?
No, I'm not giving you my kidney. Are you still going to try to fight this? The thing is, I don't want to give my kidney up to save Katie.
What kind of person leaves her own sister for dead?
You're a terrible person, Amanda. I'm the terrible one? You all have never treated me like part of the family. You even said my life was worthless. So what? It's the truth. And you even began threatening me, so I've made up my mind.
To do what?
To report you all to the police. What? What are you talking about?
You guys have been blackmailing and threatening Amanda's life. That's a crime, you know.
Quit overreacting.
This isn't an overreaction at all. We're going straight to the police after this.
But it's not like you have any proof. You really think so? I have a ridiculous amount of proof. All your phone calls were recorded, your text messages are saved, and I still have all the letters, too.
What are you trying to do here, Amanda?
I don't know. I guess I'll leave that to the cops. We're sorry, all right. We'll stop blackmailing you. Too late. All right, Tyler. Let's go to the police department then.
Oh, wait, no!
As promised, we went straight to the police department. We had all the evidence we needed, so things went smoothly and the 3 were arrested. Serves you right. I heard that Katie received one of my mother's kidneys after that. That's what they should have done from the beginning. The surgery was a success, but they couldn't pay their medical bills and went into debt. Plus, since they all had a criminal record now, my father was fired from his company, and it seems like they're barely getting by now. Well, none of that's my problem anymore. As for me...
Amanda, I promise to make you the happiest woman alive.
Thank you, Tyler. This is a dream come true. I got married to Tyler a year later. I was always called ugly as a child, so I never thought that I would ever get married. I was surprised at myself that I was actually able to find a husband. Take care of Tyler for us, and feel free to come visit whenever you want, okay?
You can think of us as your real mom and dad now, right?
Tyler's parents are the best. It took me so long to finally have a taste of what it means to be happy. I'm so glad I met Tyler.
Where's our food? Who do you think you are making us wait like this?
Yeah, housework is a girl's job. Don't be lazy.
These two were furious that food wasn't ready on the table by 7 p.m. sharp. My husband, Ryan, and my father-in-law, Gregory. We've been living with them for 5 years now, and it's been like this ever since day one. My mother-in-law, Gina, and I live in a constant state of fear and anxiety. Ryan works at his father's company, and the only time that we can relax is when they're out of town on business together. I was mentally exhausted.
Where's my silverware and coffee? Susan, bring them here now.
I'll get it, so please stop yelling at Susan.
You spoil her. Someone has to teach her some discipline. We have to teach her how to do housework from a young age, or else she won't become a respectable woman. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Susan's still 5, honey. She doesn't understand yet.
Are you talking back to me?
Ryan raised his arms, and I panicked and ran into the kitchen. I can't can't live like this any longer. But I don't want to worry about my parents either. Without his income, a housewife like me has no way to survive. All I could do was endure. One such day, I left my daughter at home to bring Gina to the hospital. It was Saturday, and both Ryan and Gregory were home. Susan is 5 years old, so she can do most of her things by herself. I left you some drinks and snacks on the table, okay? Just sit tight and watch some TV until we get back.
Okay, Bobby!
What a big mistake that was. I came home to an empty living room. I was confused and started looking for her when... Susan! What happened? Susan was on the ground in the backyard with the clothes rack and all the drying clothes piled on top of her.
Bobby, help! Ow!
I rushed over and pulled her out. It seemed like she was bruised from the rack hitting her, so I took her to the hospital. I was relieved to hear that it was just a small bruise and her bones and head were fine. I asked Susan what happened, and her response was shocking.
It started raining, so I told Daddy that we should bring in the clothes, and he told me that I have to do it because that's a girl's job. So I tried. I'm sorry for messing up the clothes, Mommy.
I held Susan in my arms while she cried. Don't you worry about it. It's no problem to wash those clothes again. You're such a nice girl, Susan. Thank you for trying. I'm just glad that you're okay. But if Dad tells you to do it again, you don't have to, okay? We got some ice for her bruise and went home. Gina came running over with a worried look on her face, but my husband and father-in-law were nowhere to be found. I walked upstairs to find them napping like babies in their bedrooms. Hey, Ryan, what the hell? Susan got hurt because of you! Ryan woke up, but didn't seem sorry at all.
It's your fault for not teaching her how to bring in the clothes. What did I tell you about being complacent? How many times do I have to tell you that housework is a girl's job?
I'd had enough. I decided to start gathering evidence to proceed with a divorce. I was able to gather quite a bit of proof of verbal and physical abuse. All that was left was to talk to a lawyer and my parents. As I was getting prepared to do that, Gina called me over. Rachel, I'm sorry. My hip hurts so bad. Will you take me to the hospital, please? Oh no, Gina, of course, right away. My mother-in-law had a chronic pain in her hip, and she was crying in pain, so I hurried to prepare the car for her. But it was flu season, so I hesitated to take Susan along with us. Remember, no matter what Daddy says to you, you don't have to do it, okay? If anything happens, call my phone from the landline right away. Understand? After telling her that, I hurried to the hospital with Gina and was able to return much earlier than expected. As I pulled into the garage, my phone started ringing. It was from the landline. What is it, Susan? I'm pulling in right now, so I'll be right there.
Daddy and Grandpa are being yelled at by an old man and they're crying.
Huh? An old man? Who could it be? Is it a robber? I crept in fearfully and slowly opened the door and headed to the living room. I opened the door, and there I saw Ryan and Gregory on their knees, crying and apologizing. Huh? Mr. Snyder, what's going on?
Oh, hello, Rachel. How's Gina?
The hospital was able to treat her. They want her to spend the night just in case, but I think she'll be okay. But what's going on here? This man standing in front of Ryan was the president of a big company that did business with his father's company. I'd met Mr. Snyder a couple of times in the past, so I knew who he was. Susan was sitting in the sofa next to Mr. Snyder, with a concerned look on her face.
Daddy told me to go get coffee for this person, and the coffee I brought was cold, so he told me to go make some hot coffee. I told him that you told me to stay away from hot water because it's dangerous. Then he tried to hit me, and this old man got mad at Daddy.
I understood the situation immediately, and I could feel my anger bubbling up. Are you serious? How many times did I tell you not to make Susan do dangerous things? Hot coffee? Are you trying to get her burned this time? I was furious, but at the same time I was so sorry for Susan, and I started crying. Mr. Snyder came over and handed me a handkerchief and glared over at the men.
So, this isn't the first time then. Have you been making this little girl do these kinds of things for a while now? That's absolutely unforgivable.
Well, sir, us men have work to do, and it's normal for the girls to do the housework. This is discipline.
Exactly, sir. A man should sit proudly, don't you think? That's ridiculous.
Mr. Snyder's deep voice made me jump too.
Even a housewife is a human being. Without proper care and rest, you're compromising their health. A man and a woman get married to support each other. Is that so hard to understand? Gina goes to the hospital regularly, right? I'd say that it's because you've been working her so hard for all these years. Am I wrong?
I couldn't help but respond. That's right, sir. Gregory was glaring at me with a red face, but I didn't care anymore. This was my chance to get everything out. For 40 years, Gina has been working day and night, and whenever she tried to rest, these two would yell at her. She's not only physically damaged, but emotionally scarred. Mr. Snyder nodded at me and once again glared at the men.
There's no way I could continue business with such cold-blooded bastards. This will be the last month that you'll ever hear from me or my company. No! Hold on, sir.
No, please. We'll go out of business if you pull out now.
I can't work with men that I can't trust. Show some sincerity to your wives and change my mind.
Of course, sir.
We will, sir. Sincerity, good faith, whatever it takes. Okay then. Well, Jennifer, is there anything you want?
I immediately responded, yes, a divorce. I could tell from their expressions that this was the last answer that they expected. I would like alimony, and if Gina wants the same, please let her go too, Gregory. I'll take her in, and if that happens, make sure that she gets her fair share of your assets and alimony as well.
Shut up!
You think that you can use this situation as an excuse to make ridiculous demands like that, woman? Oh.
That's when they finally noticed the cold stare that Mr. Snyder was giving them.
Well, I guess both of you are hopeless then. As promised, our contract will end at the end of this month. Jennifer, if you need help, I can help you find a job and a place to live, okay?
Mr. Snyder left the speechless men behind and took me and Susan in his car and drove us to his company dormitory apartment.
Everything you need to live is here. You can stay here for as long as you need.
He even brought us some warm noodles, and tears just poured out as I felt a big weight lifted from my shoulders. After that, all of my evidence that I had collected worked in my favor, and I was able to get my divorce, fair share of assets, and alimony. Gina was having a hard time deciding, but when I asked her if she wanted to live in this town forever, she decided to get a divorce as well, and came with us. Currently, Mr. Snyder offered me a job, and I work for him. He gives us a great deal on the company dormitory, which is a big help as well. By the way, let me tell you what happened to Ryan and Gregory. Mr. Snyder cut them off as he promised, which inevitably led to Gregory's company going under, and they both live on pennies now. I received my assets and alimony in one payment, so all they're left with is an old house and insignificant savings. After we left the house, it became a dump pretty quickly, and I hear that it's become pretty much like an abandoned building over there.
Come over and do the housework. We got flies everywhere. I can't live here. My clothes smell. I can't walk around outside like this.
Ryan calls sometimes to complain like that, but I just ignore him. Serves you right. Have fun with Gregory. Us ladies will live a happy life without you both.
I'm Allie. I live with my husband Bob,
and my daughter Katie. We also have a dog. His name is Max. I had a good family and good friends. Life was good. But then, this woman named Blair moved in across the street. She was really annoying. The thing is, I never graduated high school. Family stuff, it's complicated. Anyways, one day she found out about that, and she started giving me a hard time about it. You didn't even graduate high school? How's that even possible? It's not too late to get your GED. Yeah, but I have to help the family business, so... Plus, I don't really need a GED. I have everything I want right now, so... But high school is so much fun! School festivals, sports clubs... You've never done any of those things, right? I feel bad for you. You're missing out. Yeah, I think about that too. But I learned a lot from working too, so... Plus, I'm happy with my life. If you say so. But hey, if you change your mind, let me know. I've been doing a lot of research on good high schools for my kids. I can probably give you some good advice. Ah, thanks. I guess she means well, but still. I just didn't feel very comfortable around her. But our daughters were good friends, so I didn't want to ruin that for them. I just decided to let it go and move on with my daily life. Then one day, my husband suggested that we go on vacation. He's been busy for a while, but he was finally able to get some time off. We decided to travel abroad during autumn break. I was talking about my vacation to one of my friends at the park. Then Blair walked by and overheard us. You're going abroad? You sure you'll be okay? You didn't even go to high school. What does that have to do with anything, Blair? I mean, your husband isn't well educated either, right? Did he even go to college? Anyways, I just wanted to warn her that traveling costs a lot of money. I'm just worried about you, that's all. Ah, thanks. My husband went to college, actually. Yeah, he works at Uwasa Bank, right? That's a huge bank. They've got plenty of money. For a second, I thought Blair's face turned red. I wasn't sure, though. It was only for a second. I don't know. Maybe I was just seeing things. Oh, is that so? Hey, what about your dog, Max? Hey, my daughter loves Max. Want us to watch him while you're on vacation? Oh, no thanks. We already booked a pet hotel, so... What? Don't do that to him. He'll be miserable there. He loves my daughter too, trust me. Well, I'll talk to my family about it. Then I left. I'll just tell her that I asked my family and we decided to go with the pet hotel. No problem. But it wasn't that easy. Blair waited for my husband to come home. Then she offered to look after Max before I had a chance to talk to him.
Her daughter plays with Max all the time, right? It's fine. They'll take good care of him.
I checked the pet hotel, but the reservation was full. So I decided to let Blair look after him during our vacation. It was only for 2 nights, so what could go wrong, right? I didn't realize it at the time, but this was a huge mistake. After arriving at the airport, we went over to Blair's house with some souvenirs. Max, what's wrong? He looked sick. Hey, Allie. Oh, what's up with him? He was doing just fine minutes ago. We gave him steak and vegetables for lunch. Steak? Vegetables? You didn't give him any onions, did you? I don't know. I don't remember. Hey, wait! I grabbed Max and rushed to the nearest animal hospital. The doctor ran some tests. Looks like he ate some onions. The good news was, it wasn't a lot and I brought him in right away, so he was gonna be okay. He was back to normal the next day. Why did you give him onions? It wasn't on purpose. We just got some good steak, so I thought I'd give him some. I was trying to be nice. She then started spreading rumors about me. She told everyone that even though she was trying to help me, I yelled at her for nothing. After a while, some of my friends stopped talking to me. What did I do to deserve this? She didn't even go to high school. She's so short-tempered. And she didn't even get me anything from the trip. I looked after her dog for 3 days. Oh well, I guess that's what happens when you don't go to high school or college. That's why she has no social skills. She kept talking behind my back to her friends. Most of them knew she was talking out of her ass. But still, some of them even tried to defend me. So I was grateful for that. After some of them told her that she should have been more careful with Max, she stopped spreading rumors about me. Finally, things were settling down. Or so I thought. One night, someone started knocking on our door in the middle of the night. I woke up and opened the door. Please wake up! Can you look after my daughter? What's wrong? My parents got into an accident. My husband and I have to go to the hospital. She's got her talent show tomorrow, so I don't want her to miss it. Please, could you watch her and take her to kindergarten? Oh, and videotape the talent show for me too. What? Hold on, wait. But then she ran off. We didn't really have a choice. Her husband came over a few minutes later.
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. We owe you.
He brought over her clothes and ran off. I was speechless. What's wrong with them? But it's not her fault, so... Plus, it was an emergency, so I'd panic too if my parents got into an accident. We decided to look after their daughter for a few days. The next day, I took them to the talent show and returned home. All right, let's eat lunch. You guys like omelets? But wait, you're allergic to eggs, right?
Yeah. Mom says I can't eat eggs.
Okay, what should I make then? They only had bread for breakfast, so... Okay, let me call your mom and ask, okay? Gotta be careful with allergies. She picked up. She sounded really annoyed for some reason. What is it? My parents are still in ICU. What do you want? Sorry, but it's about your daughter's allergies. See? But then she started screaming. Don't tell me you fed her eggs! Katie? Katie, you okay? Is this your way of getting revenge for your dog? How dare you? Katie, hang in there. I'm calling 911 right away. What? No. I wanted to ask if she was allergic to anything else. But wait, you fed Max onions on purpose? She didn't say anything. But I could hear someone screaming on the other end.
So the rumors were true. You did it on purpose?
It was a man. Katie said,
That's Daddy's voice.
I guess it was her husband. He sounded furious.
Hello? This is Blair's husband. Thank you so much for looking after our daughter.
Ah, okay.
Listen, I'm terribly sorry for what my wife did to your dog. I heard the neighbors talking the other day. They were saying that she did it on purpose, but I couldn't be sure. But now I know. I am so sorry. I know it doesn't change anything, but still, we'll come apologize to you in person once we get back.
Okay. After that, I asked him if Katie had any other allergies. I made them lunch, put them in the bath, and put them to bed. I was so confused, though. Everything was happening so fast. Blair's husband kept his word. As soon as they returned, he came over and apologized. Turns out, all her relatives found out about what she did at the hospital. They yelled at her for hours. Blair came over too, but... Katie, you okay? She didn't feed you any eggs, did she? She didn't even look at me at first. Then she gave me a dirty look. That's when her husband snapped and slapped her right in front of me. You didn't even go to high school. Why do you get to go on vacation abroad and not me, huh? I just wanted to teach you a lesson, that's all. I mean, the dog is fine, right? Stop freaking out! Ugh! She didn't even apologize. Then her husband slapped her again. She went flying and hit her head on the wall. Her husband carried her home. A few days later, he came over and handed me $5,000 for damages. He said he took it out of Blair's savings. I was scared that she might try and do something to me, but nothing happened. Why? Well, because her husband left her and she went back to live with her parents.
Looks like she was mean and abusive towards everyone. She trolled online bloggers, posting mean comments like, "You didn't even go to high school. You drop out, you're nothing." Then she got sued. That's when her husband decided to leave her. Plus, she was now completely broke after paying me for damages. She had to work day and night to pay for her lawsuit. Plus, turns out she didn't even go to college herself.
I guess she felt really insecure about her level of education. She just wanted to feel better about herself, I guess. That's why she said all those things, and things just got out of hand. I'm very sorry for everything.
I felt bad for her husband, too. It wasn't his fault she was a jerk. Anyways, with her gone, things finally went back to normal. And all the neighbors who believed what Blair said came and apologized to me after they learned what happened. Finally, peace at last.
Ali, even when I'm gone, always remember to smile, okay? I'm sick, so I might not have time left. No! Please don't leave! I'm gonna miss you! Oh, I'm going to miss you too, dear, but I'll do everything I can, so don't worry. Here, take this.
An amulet?
Yeah, this got me through some tough times. I'm sure it'll help you out too. If things get really tough, open it. Just keep smiling, dear. Always remember to smile. Okay?
Okay, Mom.
I'm Ali. This is a story about what happened to me when I was in 3rd grade. My mom passed away when I was in kindergarten. Things were pretty tough for me back then, but I always remembered what my mom told me. I always remembered to smile. Then, one day, my dad told me he was getting remarried. I was going to have a new mom and a sister. I was really nervous to meet them.
Ali, this is your new mom and sister, Blair and Katie.
It's so nice to meet you.
That's the spirit.
Hey, dear.
Hey!
I was pretty nervous, but at least Dad was here. As long as he's here, I think I'll be fine. But then, Dad got transferred. He had to work away from home. I was pretty upset, but I thought it was a good opportunity to get to know my new family, so I decided to help her around the house. Mom, is there anything I can do around the house to help? Mom? Stop talking. What? Are you talking to me? Yeah. Listen, I'm not your mom. I'm Katie's mom, got that? Right, Katie?
Yeah! She's my mom, not yours. I won't tell you again.
Just call me Blair from now on. Okay, I'm sorry. I made her upset, so I did some origami at school and decided to give it to her as a way of saying I'm sorry. I think she'll really like this. Blair, I'm sorry about the other day. Here, I made this for you at school. Pretty, right? Huh? Oh, cute. Thank you so much. Ah, glad to hear that. I'm being sarcastic. What? I don't want this. Then she crumbled it up and threw it out. I was so upset I almost cried, but I remember what my mom told me, so I decided to put on a smile. Then one day, my dad called. He was coming home for the weekend. Hey, don't tell him anything we talked about, okay? If you try anything funny, I'll kick you out. Okay. Blair was still really mean to me, but I was so happy about seeing Dad. Dad, welcome home.
Hey, Ali, long time no see. You been a good girl?
Absolutely not. She never listens to me and she never helps around the house. She's terrible. I wish she would be more like Katie. Huh? What? Nothing.
Is that true, Ali?
Yeah.
Come on, Ali. You gotta listen to your mother, okay?
Sorry. The thing is, I did the dishes and the laundry every day. I even cooked my own meals, but I didn't want to get kicked out of the house, so I kept quiet.
All right, Ali, behave yourself.
Okay, Dad. Travel safe. 2 days later, he had to go back to work. I was so upset to see him leave. I hated living with my new family. The next morning, I felt sick when I woke up. I had a fever. Get up already. This house is a mess. I'm sorry, Blair, but I think I have a fever. Fever? Seriously? You're so useless. Oh no. What if she kicks me out of the house? I was so worried. But even after a day, I was still sick. Then my stomach rumbled. I just realized that I didn't eat yesterday. I asked Blair for help. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm hungry. Ugh. Seriously? Go buy something with this. Here.
Ow! She threw me some change.
All right, we're off to our vacation. Just buy yourself some food with that, okay?
Yay! Let's go!
All right, dear. Come on.
They left me at home and went on vacation when I was still in elementary school. Then my fever got worse. I couldn't even get up from bed anymore. I took out the amulet my mom gave me. I tried to smile, but I was too sick. Then I remembered something. She told me to open the amulet if things got really tough. So I did. It was a piece of paper with a phone number on it. So I called this number.
Who's this?
It's Ali.
Ali? Wait, is that really you?
You know me?
Of course I do. What happened?
I got a fever. I feel sick and my stomach hurts too. Am I gonna die?
What? I'll be right there.
I don't remember what happened after that. I woke up in a hospital bed.
Ali! Are you okay?
Who are you?
I'm your mom's friend. I'm Helen.
Mom? You mean Blair?
No, your real mom.
I see. Thank you for helping me.
Your mom asked me to help you if you ever needed it. We gotta thank your mom for that.
Oh, I see. I'm so glad to hear that.
You had a pretty high fever. It must have been tough. Where's your stepmother?
She went on vacation with her daughter, Katie.
What? She left you behind?
Yeah, but she gave me money.
Oh, how much?
This much.
$1.25? How terrible. Ali, are you happy living with them?
Well, I always try to smile, just like Mom told me, but no, not at all. I hate them.
Can you tell me what happened?
So, I told her everything. She started crying. What's wrong?
Nothing, dear. Oh, it must have been so tough for you. I'm sorry I couldn't come and help you earlier. Let me handle it from here.
Blair and Katie never visited me in the hospital, but Dad came home right away and visited me every day.
Ali, I am so sorry.
I didn't know why he was crying or apologizing at the time. He should smile more, I thought. Then a few days later, I was free to go home. Dad and Helen came to pick me up. And there was a man with them, too. I'd never seen him before. I wonder who he was. Then we went home. Nobody was home. Then Blair and Katie went home.
You! Finally, you're back! You just left Ali behind while she was sick? Where the hell were you?
Oh, I was on vacation. Here, I got you a souvenir. Who the hell are you guys?
Police.
Huh? What's this about? I didn't do anything.
That's the problem. You abandoned your daughter.
What? But she's not my real daughter. I'm not responsible for her. You're a terrible person. Whatever.
I had no idea.
What? She's not even related to me. You should be grateful that I let her live with me in the first place.
All right, you're coming with me.
No, get away from me.
Yes, you are. Come.
Please don't take her. She got taken to the police station right away. Katie was crying, but I didn't feel anything. Later, I found out that Blair got arrested for child abandonment. And they had a long talk with my dad, too. Anyways, Dad left her after that. Helen was the one that called the police for us. She saved my life, literally. Fast forward a few years, I'm the same age as my mom when she passed on. I got married and had a child of my own. Oh, and just the other day, she appeared in my dreams.
Ali, how's life?
Great! I'm always smiling, just like you said. Life is really good right now.
I'm so glad to hear that.
It's all thanks to you.
Huh?
Always keep smiling, right?
Exactly. You still got your whole life ahead of you. Make me proud. Be happy, okay?
Of course. And when things get tough, I'll always think of you. Thanks for everything, Mom.
My name is Tammy, and this is my husband, Leon. I hadn't had much prior experience with men, so I was attracted to Leon, who was very outspoken and proactive in his approaches towards me. So we got married. But after we had our daughter, Sally, Leon stopped coming home as much. He would say that he was out with his clients drinking or playing golf, and it was part of his job to do so. By the time Sally was 3 years old, Leon was barely ever home. Leon's mother, Agatha, lived with us. But when I was worried about Leon not coming home, she blamed it on me.
It's because you aren't attractive at all.
I was trying my best to take care of my body and face in between my chores, though.
Sorry for always being late. I've just been promoted to the leader of a big upcoming project.
I see. Don't overwork yourself. I don't know what I'd do if something happened to you.
Well, the first 2 months are the toughest, but let's go on a family trip once things settle down a bit.
My heart felt calm when Leon was nice to me. Around the time that Sally was 4 years old, I became pregnant with our second child. Leon and Agatha were excited too at first, but as soon as we found out our child's sex, they looked disappointed.
A girl again?
How useless of you not to be able to bear a boy. One girl was fine, but...
Yeah, but at least the baby is healthy, right? I mean, we can always try for a boy next time.
We don't have the kind of money to raise 3 children.
Yeah, you guys need to save enough money to care for me when I get too old, you know. Girls just cost money. Oh, you're such a useless wife. Is it too late to get that baby aborted?
What? No! The baby's already 7 months, and even if it was possible, I would never do that.
What the hell? I only married you because you were the quiet and obedient type.
I'm sick of this girl who can't even have a boy.
I was so sad that all I could do was cry. Sally noticed me crying. Are you okay, Mommy? Did Daddy and Grandma say something mean to you? When I heard her voice of concern, I told myself that I shouldn't be showing her this and forced a smile on my face. Things calmed down for a while, and finally I was in my last month of pregnancy. Leon wasn't coming home at all, and Agatha still threw mean comments at me. But my other mom friends kept my spirits high. My parents were excited to see their second granddaughter, so I was able to persevere. But that horrible incident happened.
Tammy, you want to go to the hot springs this weekend? I got us some tickets. We won't be able to go out for a while once the baby is born after all, right? You want to go too, right, Sally?
Yeah, I want to go on vacation! So that weekend, we decided to go to a hot spring location nearby. Leon carried our bags and escorted me to the car. He was being very nice. Maybe he's making amends. I was hoping that this was a new chapter and that we could enjoy a family fun vacation. However...
Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. You mind if I take a little break?
Leon suddenly said that he wanted to take a nap in the middle of the mountains, so I got out of the car with Sally. Hey, Mommy, look! These flowers are so pretty!
You're right. I wonder what they're called. Huh? Wait, what? Wait!
We were just taking a walk in the woods when I heard the sounds of the car engine. When I turned around, our car was leaving. I panicked and ran, but Sally was with me. Plus, I was in my last stages of pregnancy. I had no chance to catch up, and Leon left with the car. Oh no, Sally. Hold on, let me make a phone. No, I have no service. We were so deep in the mountains, and I had no service. The panic caused my stomach to cramp, and I could barely stand from the pain. Why is this happening? Mommy, are you okay? I'll chase after Daddy's car, so you wait right here, Mommy!
No, Sally, don't walk around alone in these mountains. I'm okay. Don't worry about Mommy. I'll get us through this, okay?
As I was talking to Sally, I heard engine sounds again. Is Leon back to get us? No, it was another car. I was in despair, but this was my last chance to call for help. Hey, help, stop! No, they didn't see me. I have a big voice, Mommy. Help! Daddy left us! Stop! Mommy has a baby in her tummy! Stop! Help! Sally was usually a quiet and gentle girl, but her face was bright red as she was yelling at the top of her lungs and waving her arms. I yelled with her. The car finally noticed and stopped for us.
What's wrong?
The driver came running towards us. Oh, thank God. The sense of relief is the last thing I remember before I lost consciousness. When I came to, Sally and my parents were looking over at me in the bed. Mommy! Hey, Grandma! Mommy's eyes are open!
Oh, thank goodness. Tammy, we were so worried.
Thankfully, the baby was unharmed, and Sally seemed fine as well. Oh, thank God. As I was sighing in relief, Leon came in giggling.
My bad. I had to make a phone call to my company real quick and went to look for service. I was gonna come back and get you, but I can't believe you made such a big scene out of it.
Well, you should have at least said something. I called for you so many times, but you didn't stop for me. My stomach.
All right, don't do this right now. It's not good for your body. You just rest for now.
My father was right. I stopped arguing and laid back down to get some rest. The next day I felt better, so I grabbed a cab and went back home. I walked in and heard talking from the living room.
Man, she's so lucky.
Yeah, I can't believe that baby survived the whole thing. She must have the devil in her corner or something. Why couldn't they have all died?
I felt the blood leaving my face. Was it really on purpose? I quickly took out my phone and started recording. Leon and Agatha went on about how I was worthless for not having a boy, and how they were done caring for me. Leon was saying how he only married me because I was obedient, and all kinds of other terrible things. I see now. Leon didn't marry me because he loved me. He just wanted a puppet. So, I started to prepare for divorce. I set up cameras throughout the house to gather evidence. I found out that Leon was having an affair. I recorded him flirting with his young girlfriend over a video chat. So, after stealing his password, I unlocked his phone, and there was a bunch of evidence of him having an affair since around the time that Sally was born. So, he was cheating all along. I had enough evidence, but I had to get revenge somehow as well. I successfully gave birth to my daughter, and 1 month passed. It was time for me to get revenge. I invited our relatives to show them my baby. We were all going to gather at a nice restaurant, so before I went, I put sleeping pills into Leon and Agatha's tea and left them in the middle of the mountains.
Hey, what? Huh?
What? What is this? Where are we? They both woke up, but were still out of it when I dropped them off in the car, and they started chasing after me. But I ignored them. I took their phones too, and just left them there. It was in the middle of the winter at evening. It must have been pretty scary to be left in the middle of the pitch-black mountains.
Oh, where's Leon and Agatha?
I left them in the mountains.
What do you mean?
This is revenge. The month that I was about to have this baby, Leon left me in the mountains, and I explained to them everything that had happened and let them hear all the ridiculous recordings of Leon and Agatha. They all seemed shocked. I was so scared when Daddy left us. Sally's cry added to their sympathy. I told them I had no intentions of picking them up, but
If you just leave them there and die, you'll become a criminal.
one of my relatives panicked and went to pick them up.
What the hell? You almost killed us!
How dare you? We're going to sue you!
Sure, go ahead. I was planning on suing you too anyways.
Huh? For what?
You left me and Sally in the mountains on purpose, didn't you? Here's proof, and I know all about your affair too. I have proof of that as well. Apologize for it all right now and sign the divorce papers, or I'm going to the police right now. I'm serious.
Shut up! Who do you think you—
You worthless girl! I'm gonna.
One of my angry relatives punched Leon in the face, and Agatha started coming for me, so another relative slapped her, and she fell back. After that, neither one of them gave me a good apology, so I went to the police and filed a report. Apparently, Leon was guilty of domestic violence and child abuse and neglect, but I had done the same thing back to them as revenge, so my lawyer recommended that we just settle it out of court.
Do you want people bullying Sally and Monica for having a father as a criminal?
I know it might seem unjust, but just take back the police report. My parents convinced me to settle it outside of court, but the affair was a whole other deal. I received plenty of alimony for that. Of course, I charged the mistress too and received a total of $70,000, and I charged child support for 2 daughters as well.
Come on, forgive me! Let me live with you! I have no money left!
We had to sell the house, our land, everything! This is all your fault. You better take some responsibility for this.
It seemed the girl that Leon was having an affair with was engaged. The fiancé got mad and punched Leon in the face, and now he had a big scar on his face. The scar started rumors around his office, and he got uncomfortable and had to leave his work. I made sure to receive the alimony and child support in one payment, so it doesn't hurt me if he doesn't have an income anymore. It seems like they went for help to their relatives, but no one helped them out after what they did. I saw them sitting on the bench in front of the Public Employment Security Office buildings in rags the other day. From what I hear, Leon abandoned his mother after that and disappeared. He posted on social media about how he was some hotshot in a nightclub now and was set for life, but he stopped updating his posts after a month or two and disappeared again. Agatha works for pennies now at a relative's hotel. Serves them right. I live at my parents' house with my children now. I plan to go back to work as soon as Monica is old enough to go to daycare. I hope life stays peaceful for me.